The Syracuse All-Stars rely heavily upon recent Syracuse University graduates. Attackman of the Year Greg Burns turned feeder here, getting the ball to Paul GAIT. Late in the contest, the superb one-on-one effort of Gary GAIT, the midfielder of the year and the player of the year, tying the game at 16-all against the Maryland Lacrosse Club. Then moments later, brother Paul GAIT getting the 17th and winning goal as Syracuse defeated Maryland 17-16 to advance to the game that everybody has come to see. Syracuse against Team USA. It's the championship game of the second annual Lacrosse USA Invitational. Brought to you by the Grand Marnier Foundation. And from the shores of Onondaga Lake at Griffin Field, it's Team USA against the Syracuse MOLSON All-Stars. And hi again, everybody. Dave Cohen along with Dale Drypolcher. It's hot, it's hazy, it's humid, there's a little bit of a breeze. The important factor is, though, that Syracuse is going to be playing their third game in less than 3 days. Team USA had an easy game. They had a bye in the first round, then they defeated the New York Athletic Club. Will fatigue and the lack of practice and organization haunt Syracuse today?
Well, one of the things they talked about, they liked the fact they had a first game only because little organization skills and get some more time together. I'm not sure at 93 degrees whether that first game might not come back to haunt them. I don't think they're going to be as fresh as Team USA.
They did win that first game over Boston's Bryan Lacrosse Club 18-15, then the Squeakers 17-16, so they have really had to play all out in these first two games.
They really have, and one of the things I noticed yesterday, I thought later in the game the teamwork kind of broke down, kind of got into a little one-on-one, and I think they probably talked about that. I think you're going to see a little bit more unification in terms of teamwork late in the game.
There's added incentive for a couple of players on the Syracuse All-Star team. They were not selected to Team USA. John Zilberti, the attackman, as well as Pat McCabe, who's an alternate defenseman. It's going to be really interesting to see the seasoned defensive people of Team USA trying to stop Gary and Paul GAIT.
Well, both teams are really loaded. A lot of veterans on this Team USA, and as you said, Syracuse heavily stocking the MOLSON team. So it will be interesting, and some guys have something to prove. I don't know, with this heat and humidity, I think they're going to have to pace themselves. Everybody is. It's going to be a long day.
One other factor that could prove to be important, Team USA, despite having the pick of anybody in the country, does not have an exclusive face-off man. They were still working on getting the face-off technique down pat moments before this game, and the Syracuse team has relied on who else but Gary GAIT.
Yeah, Gary GAIT has been spectacular. He went against some of the best in the past. Chris Flynn comes to mind last night, and he didn't have any trouble with him, so face-offs could be an important part, and Gary GAIT's been doing a very, very good job.
Well, this is the matchup everybody hoped would take place in the championship game. We hope you'll enjoy it as Team USA meets the Syracuse All-Stars. We're back with you at Griffin Field in Liverpool, New York, a suburb of Syracuse, as we get set to bring you the championship game of Lacrosse USA Invitational, the second annual year. Here's the Syracuse MOLSON All-Stars attack. John Zilberti, Bill Miller out of Hobart College, Greg Burns, Zilberti and Burns, Syracuse graduates. On the midfield, intact, the midfield that played on 3 straight NCAA Division I championship teams for Syracuse, Paul and Gary GAIT and Rodney Dumpson. And the defense, Jeff Clodston, Mike Shatner, Pat McCabe. McCabe an alternate on the Team USA, and Matt Palum will be in the goal. He too, the goalie for 3 straight national championship teams. And here is Team USA. They'll be heading for Perth, Australia in a couple of weeks to take part in the World Championships of 1990. They feature Mac Ford, Roddy Marino, and Craig Boubier. Marino from Virginia, Boubier Hopkins, and Ford, North Carolina. The midfield of John Tucker, Brad Kotz, a Syracuse man, and Glenn Miles. Tucker out of Hopkins and Miles from the Naval Academy. And the defense for Team USA will have George McGinney from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Syracuse grad Fred Opie and John D. Tomaso from Johns Hopkins. Sal Lacasio from the University of Massachusetts will be in the goal. In case you're wondering, they have world championships in lacrosse, but it is not an Olympic sport. And one of the requisites for an Olympic sport is you have to have a certain amount of nations who play the game, and there just are not enough that play the game of lacrosse. At the World Championships there this year, it'll be the U.S., Great Britain, Australia, Canada, the Iroquois Nationals, making their first international appearance in about 100 years. They are the hosts of this tournament, the Onondaga Nation, located just south of Syracuse in Nedrow, New York. Primarily the Iroquois Nationals play their box lacrosse game, which is similar to lacrosse inside of a hockey rink, and it's just been in recent years that they fielded competitive teams in the field version of lacrosse. But they will be heading for the World Championships in Perth, Australia. Look at Matt Palem in the Syracuse Nets, much underrated throughout his collegiate career, Dale.
Absolutely, and a little bit hobbled. As we've seen through this tournament, hurt his leg during the season, had arthroscopic surgery. He's back, but he's been really hobbling around and not much good out of the cage. When I say not much good, he's normally very, very active and an excellent goalie out. He's been taking a little bit off of that part of his game. Let's see who faces off first.
Gary GAIT is out for Syracuse. They're dressed in white.
Kotz.
And the faceoff is won by Gary GAIT. He did take it away from Brad Kotz. Behind his back in the midfield to Rodney Dumpson. The USA team, very physical. That ball rolled in front. And John Zilberti had a shot at it. It's picked up now by 44 Steve Mitchell.
Big defenseman. Nice look. He gets the ball up to Kotz.
And here is Kotz, former player of the year at Syracuse and midfielder of the year. It's played on one bounce by Craig Bouvier. Bouvier is guarded by McCabe. A pick set from behind. They feed the crease. There was an open attempt, but the pass is not completed. Going down quickly and losing the ball. But regaining it, Team USA for a shot that is wide, and they will retain possession.
Nice job there defensively, shifting Shatner, and another defenseman, McCabe, had to make an adjustment. Right now they're feeling each other out.
And there's an errant pass that goes out of bounds.
Looking for John Tucker of Hopkins on the crease from USA, and not able to get the ball out of bounds, and Syracuse will attempt to clear.
Just been informed there's a number change. John Tucker is wearing number 2, not 22.
Right, Lacasio is 22.
Here is Paul GAIT. He had the winning goal last night, knocked away from him nicely by Dave Pietromala, one of the great defenders of all time.
Yep. And Pietromala, nice job of clearing, and he comes off, and they get a switch. Kotz comes in.
If you're looking for a quick and easy way to distinguish the two GAITs, besides their numbers, 22 Gary has the blue elbow pads, and brother Paul 19 has the red ones.
Number 2 for Team USA. Please change it.
Outside, the move made by Glenn Miles. Miles coming in for a possible shot, takes a body check. Now he squares up and scores. Or does he? No, it hit the side.
And check a number
Played out of there by Matt Palem up to Greg Rinaldi. Rutgers product. From right here in this area, Fayetteville Manlius High School. Rinaldi's had some tough luck shooting in this tournament so far.
You better watch it. He's going to have more tough luck as Mitchell, big defenseman, came in, but they got the ball back.
Brad Ruse has it now. He's played by Steve Mitchell. From behind, John Zilberti, an expert feeder. Goes off the pick set by Greg Burns. Burns waiting for a pass back, behind the back, into the slot for Rinaldi, who's going to get to the loose ball. No, it'll go out of bounds. But who touched it last? That's why Rinaldi cruised after it, because he knew it was off of blue. The move from behind, Bill Miller with a beautiful sidearm shot, and Syracuse goes up 1-0.
He got on George McGeaney, number 8, out of Maryland, Baltimore County. And you see right there, watch the setup. He's just one-on-one, and there's nobody to help. McGeaney and Miller just low. One-hands it backwards, and McGeaney got up on the helmet. Still couldn't stop it. So a one-on-one move gives Syracuse first goal in the game.
Bill Miller out of Hobart, very, very crafty attackman.
Well, he got a nice matchup there. Exactly what he wanted, one-on-one, and able to get it.
That's his 4th goal of the tournament. Syracuse going back into their defensive end to begin their move upfield. Now here they come.
Shatner over and then gives it up to the midfielder.
If you're watching lacrosse for the first time, you must keep 3 people back defensively in addition to your goalie. So it's a total of 4 people stay in the defensive half of the field. That's why sometimes you see the players slow down as they cross midfield. They want to be sure of the numbers and not commit an offsides violation. Bill Miller with a spin. Back outside to Pat Donahue. Donahue goes to the left hand.
Oh, what a shot.
And now here comes Team USA upfield. This is Tim McGinty. Bruce trying to get back, throws the shoulder into him and knocks him down. The ball comes loose. Back comes Pat McCabe. McCabe transitions very well.
Stays right in it, too, with that big stick.
He fills the slot looking for the return pass. Now here's Greg Burns operating outside. He's going to find the man coming on. That's Eric Jeschke. Going to the left hand. Will he shoot? He does. Last touch by Miller.
Didn't change the direction, so it stays white ball. I shouldn't say didn't change the direction. Didn't add any impetus to it to put it out of bounds, so it stays a shot.
Zilberti is going against Fred Opie, two former Syracuse players.
You hear him saying hold.
Zilberti fed the slot. That shot was wide, but in lacrosse, if you take a shot and you're closest to it when it goes out beyond the end line, you retain possession.
Actually, a nice opening there on top for Miller, but the ball's down now.
This will not make it all the way to midfield on the natural grass surface.
Good ground ball by Jeschke.
Good balance, good strength. Rinaldi feeding, even with a crease, it's mishandled. And played from behind through the legs. Back they come now. This is Randy Natoli. Going with the left hand, reversing right.
Pass.
Tried to get the pop-out man there, Boubier.
One thing I've noticed, Dave, in just looking at these two teams is this Team USA, they are big and strong, and they like to throw themselves around. That defense and the midfielders are very big and strong.
They are big. You know, we're used to seeing Gary and Paulgate being among the biggest players on the field, and they're looking up at the likes of Mitchell and Pietro Mala.
Yes.
Third game in less than 3 days for Syracuse. Here comes Gary Gate. Look out, will he go airborne? Lacasio had that one played.
Well, he's seen that before. Lacasio played against the Gate brothers for 3 years.
Upfield now, John DiTomaso switching to the right hand against the retreating defender Gary Gate. Gate trying to play two men. The shot is a score on the bounce shot by Jeff Jackson out of Hampton, Sydney, and the Chesapeake Lacrosse Club.
Talk about big. He's not very, and he had a nice shot. Ball comes down. They dump it off on the side. That was DiTomaso who gives the assist. And it was a long, making about a 15, 20-yard shot past Matt Palem to tie it up at 1-1. 18-16 left, first period.
Jackson's first goal of this tournament.
That Team USA goal scored by number 1, Jeff Jackson. Jackson, formerly of Hampton, Sydney.
Bob Hendrickson taking that face off, and Syracuse wins it again. Here comes Paul Gate. Behind his back, beautifully, to Burns in the crowd, now to Gary.
I think they want to spread these guys out, Dave. You're right, when they're in the crowd, I think that's their best. They're so big and they fill up the area with their sticks. You don't want to get too congested. They want to spread things out. They're going to take their time.
Gary Gate against Bob Hendrickson. Hendrickson's a veterinarian on Long Island. Have to find somebody to mind his business there while he plays here, and then we'll go on to Australia. Burns, the Attackman of the Year in Division I, winner of the Turnbull Award. He's number 14. There's Bill Miller. Now the ball goes to number 3, Tom Nelson, former Syracuse player.
Nelson got a couple of goals last night.
Formerly of Syracuse.
And here comes Gary Gate. He causes concern. He did a good job on knocking the ball at his stick.
Opie on Paul Gate.
Here comes Paul. Flag is down as Paul fires and scores.
Flash. That's a big play right there. That's a big play because not only do they get a goal, they're going to be man up for a minute. Watch what happens. Fred gets beat. Opie gets beat. I don't know. Well, it's after that. Excuse me. But you can see the position he had, and Opie too late to do anything. It's just one-on-one with Lacasio, and right between those legs. And now, man down for 1 minute is Team USA.
Paul Gate gets his first goal of this game, and in the tournament, that is his 8th goal. He leads everybody.
Just wanted to mention these goals, or these penalties, are non-releasable, even after a goal, unless it's a technical. The 30-second variety, you can be released after a goal, but a minute, they are down for a full minute no matter what happens. And Gate making a living off of getting the face-offs. Oh, had it and lost it.
Dumpson kept it alive. There's Paul Gate in to play it. He's stepped on as he was down on the field. And back comes Team USA, looking to tie the game up. Matt Palem saves. Can he rake it back in?
See, they wanted to get that man out of the way so Palem could get the ball, and they cleaned off the crease.
They got it up to Gary GAIT to start the transition.
Man up now, man up.
Now he goes to Brother Paul with Dumpson on the left.
Little confusion about what kind of defense they want to get into.
Out to Rodney Dumpson. Not a good pass. Dumpson has trouble controlling. Now it's going to bounce to Tom Nelson.
Look at him double team, man down. Great
and finally,
job.
Team USA takes it away.
For a hold, one or the other. How much?
Tom Nelson was held and brought down.
Tony Resch, watch. But they're really double teaming the ball, even though they're man down. And there's the push right there. Now they're even.
Hard shot by Dumpson. That caught somebody, and he is hurt. Oh, he's hurt. Tony Resch caught the full brunt of that shot. And it's amazing that in this game, you don't see that happen more often.
Well, you know, lots of times they tell you sometimes you have to sacrifice the body. I'm not sure Resch thought that the shot was going to be taken right at that point, and obviously didn't try to hit him, but he did hit him right in the leg. And I'll tell you what, it won't bother him too much now as he walks off, Dave, but tonight he'll be able to read the little sticker on that says inspected by the USILA right in his leg. So they're even now, so we'll be back man-to-man.
We have a 2-1 game. Syracuse in white leading Team USA.
Boy, they are a good defensive team. I will say that. This Team USA, they are always after that ball.
Retreating now is Vince Sombrado, getting it up on the near side, and they go cross field. Good defensive pressure by Syracuse to get the ball back.
Great job by Shatner.
Gary GAIT throws the double, and he gets it up nicely to Bill Miller. Now here comes Miller, sneaking down the left side, sending behind. Played there by Tom Nelson.
Now sending two guys behind. Gary GAIT behind 22.
Greg Burns has had 4 assists in the semifinal game. Here's GAIT going the other way. He tried again. Was he in the crease? He was.
Lacasio picked the ball up and threw it out because he knows in international rules, as soon as they set it ready for play, they're ready to go. There's Resch, the man who took that shot from Dumpson. Actually took his shot on the leg. There's Sal Lacasio. Spectacular goalie from UMass.
We'll see him for about a third of this game, and then we figure to see Larry Quinn.
Boy, I tell you, they got some
and
goalies.
Paul Schmoller.
Won't they? Ooh. $13:35 left, first quarter.
25-minute running time quarter, so we're nearly halfway through this one. This is a long game, 100 minutes of playing time.
Boubier on McCabe.
Oh, there's McCabe.
Yep.
Let the man get the step and come over from behind. Klodsden kicking it free. Klodsden does a good job. And a nice jump feed up the sideline.
He faked it.
He faked it, yeah.
Great job.
Faked us, too.
He's played very well, Klodsden. I'm very impressed with him.
Really?
Yep.
2-1. Syracuse leading Team USA. Now they'll make some switches as Greg Burns handles the ball. Burns waiting for Donahue to come on. He has.
Talking Klodsden, he's from a program, Cortland State, a Division III program, and not of the quality of a Hobart Division III. He's an excellent player at West Genesee High School.
John Zilberti outside of Donahue. Seen a lot of changes not only in the midfield, but on the attack as well. You don't usually see so many changes in terms of your attack. Not at least in the collegiate version. They fed the crease. Rinaldi couldn't handle. And upfield comes John DiTomaso.
Great stick. Oh, he gave a 7-foot pass there to Goldstein.
Norm Engelke, number 24, is on.
Let's check some
So Steve Scaramazino, number 24 for Syracuse.
In the blue, 24,
we talked about assist Goldstein in there when he was at Cornell. He really was the man who could dish off those assists from behind the cage, and that's where he is now.
It's Bob Hendrickson with the ball right now. Starts his move and is brought down easily by Donahue. Now he feeds into a crowd, and the white shirts come out of there. Ruse with the shovel pass for Donahue. Now Donahue has it wrapped out of his stick. He saves and then loses.
Vince Sombrado, Number 12. Got the ball, and now he's going to try to clear it, and does.
We've had nothing but tightly contested games here in this tournament. Opening night, Syracuse defeated the Bryan Boston Lacrosse Club. Then they won by 1 goal against Maryland. USA had an easier time with the New York Athletic Club, winning it 23-9. Here's the transition. Greg Burns has it now.
Ran him off.
Burns never one to force the action.
Nice job defensively by Resch.
Jeschke is on now. Resch obviously back in the game. He's the guy who went out after getting hit by that Rodney Dumpson shot.
Leg all bandaged, but he's running all right.
Now Mike Perkins on. A little bit of a weave here as Jeschke now goes behind. They feed the cutter. That's Perkins, and the save Lacasio. The rebound is in there by Mike Perkins.
Well, Mike Perkins was in the right place at the right time, and when Big Sal got his chest protector up on that first shot, it bounced out, and that's why it's so important to control the rebound. And you're going to see, there's the first shot right there, and then you see Lacasio couldn't hold on to it. He got his own rebound and puts it in for an unassisted goal. 3-1 now. Nice job.
Let's check that face-off again.
Check the numbers on that. Syracuse MOLSON All-Stars seem to have been dominating early.
Tucker was out there against Leland Rogers.
Oh, Fred Opie got hurt.
Rogers is in the game, and immediately going down is Brad Kotz. We've joked about it throughout this tournament, but Rogers, a former wrestler, almost has to take somebody down every time he's out there.
Well, he certainly has. I don't think he's the one who hit Opie, but Fred Opie really took a shot.
Yeah, Opie's on the sideline. He's been winded, for sure. Many of these players took part in a clinic with the youth of this area before this championship game began. There's a player going down behind, Tim Goldstein. Here's Fred Opie.
Yep. He did have presence of mind to put his gloved hand under his head, so I'm thinking he's not too bad off.
And he's up now as we come back to the action. The Gates are on with Dumpson. The first team midfield's on. Syracuse is a lead of 3-1 as we play here with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter.
I don't think they consider Matt Palin much of a threat now out of that goal.
Got to wonder how much lacrosse Matt will be playing from here on in.
This could be his last game.
Yeah,
he told me that. I talked to him last night. He said this could be his last game, and he'd like to be a coach, and he'd be a good one.
Gary DePaul, he'll fake cranking. Now he gets to step behind the back, and Lacasio saves. Burns now applying pressure against Zach Colbert. Does that mean his final game for the year, or
ever?
He won't be back next year?
You know, according to what he said, to me, he'd like to. He's going to get his degree, and he wants to look into getting assistantship and becoming a coach. And he would be a good coach. He's a very personable kid, and obviously knows a lot about lacrosse. Okay,
now
nice
Brad Kotz on the transition.
Nice
they feed even with a crease. A little bit of overpassing maybe, and there's help in the crease.
Watson, nice job. Oh, he loses it.
Palin made the initial save. Kevin Cook had that second opportunity. Now it's knocked away from Kotz and pursued by Shatner, who's done a good job here. Look at that effort by Shatner. Overshooting Dumpson. Now back it goes to Kotz. Behind the back shovel shot, no good.
Nice hustle by Matt Palin. It'll go white. Doesn't have much to save that knee for. He was in a race with Kevin Cook, and he beat him. Nice hustle by Matt Palin. And that's going to be a timeout.
It's taken by Team USA. They're down 3-1, and they're being out-hustled by the Syracuse All-Stars with 7:25 to play here in the first quarter.
You know, just as far as appearance, I would say that Team USA doesn't look to be quite as fast as the Syracuse team, but they're very, very big and very, very tough defensively.
Well, it is a long game, and no doubt that speed will be negated, I think, by the weather before this afternoon is over and the legs of having had to play 3 games in 3 days.
My legs get tired, and I'm just sitting here. There's Klodson. Good job defensively on Cook. And then Cook feeds it way across. And there was the shot down. And then Clodson, look at him right there. It trickled off of Palem, and Clodson, the offside defenseman, nice job. And then the pass went awry, but that's the man I think has played very well, number 13.
Yeah, he's out of Cortland State, which is about 30 miles south of Syracuse, a team that earlier in the 70s used to contend with Hobart for Division III honors, but they've fallen off quite a bit in recent years. But they have really produced some tremendous lacrosse people. That's really the cradle of coaches for lacrosse.
You look around, coaches, high school coaches around here, college coaches, you'll find Cortland written all over their resume.
Fred Opie is back in the game. There's the gimpy-kneed Matt Palem. He underwent arthroscopic surgery in the middle of Syracuse's season. Missed about 4 games, came back to lead Syracuse to the championship. Shatner.
He's also
to Paul
played
GAIT.
well.
Paul's going to dodge right by Fred Opie, as well as Dave Pietromala. It shows you how big and fast the Gates are. And I think Gary's even faster. Quick ball movement,
nice.
Screen shot. Good job by Lacasio on that screen shot by Tom Nelson.
He had to have good vision.
Steve Mitchell legs it back upfield. Now he leaves for Pietromala.
He's a big kid, isn't he?
Changes being made now as Matt Crowley comes on, number 10 for Team USA. Steve Beeville, 31 on for Syracuse.
The game for Team USA in the blue with the ball, number 10, Matt Crowley. Crowley played at Cornell University.
Oh, boy, he attracted a crowd, didn't he? Tried to make a move.
Scaramazzino now giving ground.
He's got a great stick. So does that man right there, McCabe. He gets it all the way across field.
He seldom makes a mistake on passing that ball, Pat McCabe.
Number 31.
Beeville takes it back. They're really putting a nice ride on, and the more passes you can force, obviously the more chances you have of an errant pass in an unsettled situation, but it appears Syracuse now breaks the ride.
Greg Rinaldi carries the ball now. He goes to the cutter. Donahue draws a crowd. Donahue with a late shot, and it's wide. Lacasio hustled there, and despite his considerable size, he gets the ball back for Team USA. Long clearing pass upfield, nicely.
Well, I had him outnumbered on that side.
Now they fake, now they hit the cutter on the wing, and he hung his stick, and Clodston took it away. What's the call here?
No. Too early tight.
No, you didn't. No.
The second guy.
The second guy came early, technical, 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. Here's the takeaway by Clodson. Watch. Right up over the head there of NATOLI, hung his stick, and that's what happens when you hang a stick. Clodson has done a great job.
You know, in lacrosse, they let you make that move where you can stick your stick in front of the man as long as you contact the offensive player's stick. Now, in basketball, if you reached in front of the man and got your hand on the ball, they would still most times call you for the foul, even though you made contact with the ball before the man.
You know, one of the things that coaches do when they recruit lacrosse players is they try to get basketball players, Dave, on the high school level, because the skills, the body positioning is almost the same, and then they give you a stick to hit them with. So it's they get a lot of people who like that particular aspect of it, but a lot of the skills are the same.
Did Leland Rogers play basketball?
No, I don't think so. Hey, if you like this game and you're enjoying this tournament, give us a letter or a card. Cook Cablevision, 500 South Salina Street, Syracuse, New York, 13202. And we're going to take a look at Sal Lacasio, University of Massachusetts goalie, who we had seen, Dave and I have seen for years when he played against Syracuse University, and he is a tough goalie. One of the things here is I believe that this is the shot. They had somebody open in the slot.
Just a quick reminder of the World Championship.
Nope, this is just a head-on shot, and Lacasio right there. Look at that. Got his leg out, kicked it out. Anything to keep it out.
Head on for Paul GAIT often means behind the back.
Yeah, right.
We have a 3-1 score for the Syracuse All-Stars leading Team USA. 5:02 to go here in the first quarter. This is really a unique event when you consider that some players are still undergraduates, some are recent graduates, some graduated 10 years ago.
Yeah, man-up situation now for Team USA.
They're down by 2 goals. Let's see how they play it now. They throw it away.
That's a mistake. Is that going to go? Grass may slow that down. Ooh.
Yeah, it did. It's played there on the sideline by Matt Crowley. Now he comes back to Tim McKinty. Mike Morrow, number 3. Going counterclockwise now.
Nice
There's
sliding.
Morrill, nearly brought down. Checked out of the ball by 21, Jeff Desko, and they lose it.
Great slides, Dave. There were great slides on that. As USA moved the ball around, the Syracuse defense slid right with them. Everybody stayed where they were supposed to. No man-to-man, and they did a nice job. And when the stick hung out, they took it away.
Jeff Clodsden, number 13. In midfield, a Greg Rinaldi, who's got great speed. There he comes, a former wide receiver in college ranks at Rutgers. Even with the crease, Zilberti feeds. Popped up in the air. Rinaldi couldn't handle that. He has had trouble offensively in this tournament.
Lacasio used about 3.5 seconds of the 4 in there. We talked about practice time. Team USA has not had a lot of time to practice, which is when you got guys, as you said, Dave, veterinarians and lawyers.
Even strength now as Matt Palem makes that save against Vince Sombrato. Palem out of the cage.
We got the pass into
gets
him.
it back into him, yeah. Steve Scaramuzino rifling it cross field with another big stick.
You can't believe how difficult that is to do. These guys make it look easy, but throwing that ball that far and with that much accuracy is a difficult skill.
Here's the dodge by Miller.
Nice
hands. Ricochet on the rebound, and it comes off now to Team USA. Quickly they transition. They'd feed the crease to Morrill. What a job defensively on that play by Syracuse.
Nice job. Scaramuzino, who had a save last night, defenseman was in there, and he got up and he was right in there with Matt Palem, and the ball bounced up over the cage.
Syracuse captain Steve Scaramuzino.
Now on the move, Sombrato, covered by Beeville, and a ward-off is called. Ball thrown away, however, by Syracuse, and they're fortunate to get it back.
You know, just quickly looking at the stats, Syracuse has 14 shots to 7 for Team USA, so they're getting off twice as many shots, and they've been playing well defensively.
Syracuse winning the ground ball war as well.
All right, now, Matt Palem, let's see what he does.
There he comes across midfield. He scored a goal early this year. He also had a second shot. Oh, bounce pass to Perkins, batted nicely to Zilberti. Zilberti feeds it up top. They take away the angles for good opportunities in front.
Yeah.
Palem's gimping back across midfield.
Yep.
Better turn around soon because...
It took him so long to get down there. They're kind of playing man down there. Because somebody else had to wait until he came back. Nice move by
Miller again.
Tried that same move.
Miller scored on one of those in an earlier game in this tournament as he went airborne from behind. He has one goal so far in this game. A defensive struggle now with 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Matt Kerwick, 28, is on. This is John Zilberti. He feeds the crease for a shot by Bergen.
Zilberti back there.
Syracuse keeps it now. Here comes Miller into the crease. Was he taken down?
No, he was in there. Yep. Is that a goalie ball behind, I believe? Yeah, sure. One thing I've noticed, Syracuse has gotten some nice matchups behind the cage, and Miller's tried it a couple times. They're getting some one-on-ones and have it set up so that Team USA is not able to slide. They've taken them out, up on top, and then one-on-one from behind.
Brad Kotz gave it up now to Norm Engelke with half a minute to play here in the first quarter, and a 3-1 Syracuse lead.
Oh,
beautiful pass in
nice
front,
save.
And Cook could not get the shot away against Palem. Matt Kerwick racing it back. What a defensive effort to hold Team USA to 1 goal in 25 minutes.
Absolutely.
Now Gary GAIT drawing a crowd. So strong.
Paul's
10
on.
seconds. It's an isolation for GAIT. And Lacasio might have gotten a piece of that one.
Lacasio's down eating a little bit of this dry dust.
Quickly they fed it to Gary, who was shoved down as the first quarter comes to an end with the Syracuse MOLSON All-Stars leading Team USA 3-1.
That'll do it for the first quarter.
Back with you at Griffin Field. in the Team USA Syracuse game. A 3-1 lead by Syracuse after 1 quarter of play. Now Gary Gait out to take the face against Dave Pietromala. And the face-offs, as we pointed out before the game, a liability for Team USA because they do not have a specialist in that department. Gary Gait wins that easily and hikes it backwards.
Well, actually, what he did was Pietromala's got the big stick, and he just raked it out, and he didn't get any help from the wings, so USA wins that one. That's a strategy that I think Pennsylvania used against Syracuse when they played them this year, is get a big stick out there, and it worked very well that time. At least they got it out, and if you lose it, you can play defense and hopefully knock the ball away from him. A backhand shot. Oh!
Loose in front, and Clodsden leading the defense for Syracuse, doing a magnificent job with every ground ball.
He's got a bunch of them. He's a real ground ball hog. Sends it back. McCabe going to get fake.
McCabe very crafty, but he got blindsided there by Mac Ford. Now Team USA, they've played about 3 games as a team.
Oh.
And they lose the ball there. It's taken away from Roddy Marino.
Marino got his stick picked.
Mark Wenham, a little bit careless with the ball, and Paul Gait has to go off of his stick.
That's what you call loose play, right, Dave?
In the opening minutes here of the 2nd quarter.
A little bit at the midfield, ball back and forth 4 or 5 times.
Syracuse had a lead of 5 goals in the 2nd half against Maryland, saw that lead wiped out. Maryland came back to tie the game at 15 and lead briefly 16-15.
Oh,
good takeaway
nice
there.
Check. John Tucker had the ball, and Gait just hung the stick around and waited until he could get a move on him.
And Paul Gait down the sideline, bouncing off a couple of people. He's like a runaway freight train. 3 people have had a shot at Paul Gait. Will he complete this with a goal? He gives it to Gary, who fakes, comes in.
Oh, nice fake.
Right hand and a save, Lacasio. Gait, his dump goes head over heels on the turf. Here we go the other way. What a sequence. Brad Kotz.
Run him off.
That was Rodney Dumpson with his great speed. Here's Kotz going low and by Matt Palin.
You know, this Team USA team will get to see the Gait brothers again soon, right? Let's look at the shots. 17-7, saves 8-3, and face-offs 4-1. Now about 4-2, I believe. But statistically, Team USA down a little bit and down by 2 goals as well.
Jeff Clodsden playing it up ahead to Pat McCabe. Rinaldi's coming on. He'll get the ball on a little shovel from Pat. Donahue is on with Rinaldi. Number 11 is Pat Donahue. Donahue deep into the corner where it's played by Bill Miller. Miller's got that dirty jersey because he's been diving, making all sorts of moves around the crease. Now the bench official
procedure
calls an illegal procedure.
No, I'm not kidding you.
A little byplay there between Pat McCabe and Terry Cullen. Team USA in the dark jerseys. They're down 3-1 to the Syracuse All-Stars. And a goal on the shot by Matt Crowley to make it a 3-2 game.
That Team USA goal scored by number 10, Matt Crowley.
Crowley just
the goal,
a little bit of a shake and bake move, and he
Crowley unassisted
gets by and just one-on-one. Not one-on-one actually with Matt Palin, but after he made the move, it was one-on-one and brings it to 3-2.
Crowley played at Cornell, now with the Long Island Lacrosse Club.
Formerly of C.W. Post, Tim McEntee.
Out for that face-off. Is that Quinn? Check the number. No, it's not. It's I think it's Brad Kotz. Nope, McGinty.
Pat Donahue took that face-off for Syracuse, and now it's won by
McGinty.
Team USA. They come back. They look to get a couple of goals here in a hurry and tie the game up. Right now they look to keep it in bounds, but they're not successful.
Ball's on the line. Nice hustle by Marino, but he couldn't save it. Syracuse looking for another offensive opportunity.
It'll be an interesting competition at halftime here. They'll have the shootout to determine who has the hardest shot, as judged by radar. Syracuse with the ball. They have the 1-goal lead. They have not been behind in this game. Brad Roos.
Trying to get another stick over there. The defenseman was
Roos
down.
is one of those strong midfield types, but not much of a scorer.
Yeah, but you know, you need those guys to run the ball up and get it down, and that's exactly what he did there. Now his little one-on-one out here.
Rinaldi will start his move from outside.
Natoli defending him.
Rinaldi coming back to the left hand.
Doubled him.
Giving it up. They set up the screen for Burns. Burns, a nice feed, but it's taken away. That was intended for Rinaldi.
Di Tommaso got that, starts it back up.
John Di Tommaso on the give now to Randy Natoli. And good ball movement as they
Resch.
swing it there to Resch.
Resch showing no ill effects of that shot from Dumpson on his leg. Hustled down, but lost the ball, and Syracuse has to clear. Nice behind the back from Clodson to Palem, back to Clodson, and now they're going to get it to McCabe.
And he goes up to Matt Kerwick.
And with the ball in the
Kerwick with a quick stop and go. Got Steve Mitchell to slide.
From Aranda and Hobart College.
Here's Eric Jeske moving in on goal.
He saw
Jeske
something
is
out of the
double.
corner of his eye there, and he got rid of it.
He gets it to Miller, likes to work one-on-one with a quick feed.
Oh, yes! No, on the back to get an air gate. Wow.
Hacking in there is Bergen against Lacasio.
Sal out of bounds.
Syracuse is going to get possession.
Well,
And they're going to run it right in.
That's Aaron Miller, Bill Miller of Hobart.
And quickly they put the ball back in play. Tom Nelson is number 3.
Opie defending on Nelson. Miller did a gate.
Yeah, he's been practicing that. He's been successful. He's about the only other person I've seen do it. Jeske double, gives it up. Hard shot coming.
Whoa.
That had Lacasio in the big split.
I'll tell you what, that these creases are bone dry, and you're really going to get a hop off of that
It is Wind
bounce
Miller.
shot. I'm not surprised, Dave, but I think both teams marked by really good defense.
That goal is 36 square feet. Lacasio blocks about as much of it as you could expect a human being to block. Burns outside to Jeske.
Good defense, but 3-2 with 17:36 left.
8 minutes gone here in the second quarter. They leave it on the ground for Rodney Dumpson.
And making sure they substitute correctly. A good shot right there, guys, because they've had a couple of calls on illegal substitutions.
Now Rodney Dumpson with Paul Gate. They're going to wait to bring Gary on.
Oh, he beat his man by a couple of steps.
Oh, as Gary came on, he threw an
Offside.
elbow out, and he may have caught the
Flag down, that's against USA.
Team USA player as he came on the field.
Yeah.
43 in the blue. Look at procedure. Call, ref.
Yep.
40 seconds
Nice call,
against
ref.
USA number 43, Dave
Always trying to be accommodating as call went that way. So that was Pietramala. Substituted, went in too early.
There's a hard shot fired by Dumpson. What about that action as Gary Gate coming on the field?
I missed it, actually, to tell you the truth. I was watching for the substitution thing, and I saw it, and I heard everybody kind of ooh and ah.
Here is Gary with the ball now.
30 seconds, man up now for Molson.
They get it out to Paul Gate. Behind the back, what a job. Paul to Gary. And he turned him every which way but loose.
That goal you saw it, the Gate brothers.
Man up, opportunity. There's the pass.
Behind the back.
Watch the behind the back feed, and watch the fakes. 1, 2, and then does it low. Only 3 this time.
I think we may have missed one fake there.
Maybe
they
we
were pretty
did.
quick fakes.
I'll tell you what, you can get a feeling for what a goalie, a Sal Lacasio, has to deal with.
Unfortunate for Lacasio, he exits from the game on that goal.
Well, they got a lot of, yeah. And look who replaces him, right? Paul Schmoller.
You don't like to leave under those circumstances.
No.
That's like giving up a Grand Slam home run.
In blue in the goal.
Sal ends up with 9 saves as he takes an exit and replaced by just as good a goalie in Schmoller.
Well, let's make a note of it. He leaves with the score 4-2.
Okay.
There's a flag down now. It's a play-on situation. When the ball comes loose, they'll stop play.
That'll do it. Slash. There's Schmoller out of Cornell. He is another one of those best goalies of the decade type guy. Oh! Didn't even see what happened.
Yeah, it's a goal.
Yep, it sure is. They got one. Somebody looked like they were ready. And the ball one hop. McCabe talking to Matt Palem.
Count that goal to Team USA, number 9, Craig Bouvier.
So Bouvier gets another goal for Team USA.
Bouvier, his first of the game, unassisted.
4-3.
Team USA still a man up.
And they got that with the extra man, and they still have that advantage now. As USA wins that face. Bob Hendrickson winning it from Leland Rogers. Now USA looking to tie the game up.
I don't think they necessarily want Rogers in playing defense with a short stick. 3 seconds left in the penalty. Now they're even, but that's where it gets confusing. Yes.
And there was a move where they sandwich Rogers between the passer and the shooter, and Team USA has tied the game up at 4-4.
That game-tying goal.
Just as the penalty expired.
Number 6, Roddy Marino.
There it is. You see Rogers trying to defend there.
Right. And then he dives back and
6 Marino.
Not able to get stick on stick.
Marino's first of the game.
So back-to-back goals now, and Team USA has tied this game up at 4-4 with 13 minutes to play here in the first half.
Syracuse, Pat Donahue.
Face-offs have evened out recently.
Pat Donahue took that face-off, and overrunning it is Roos, kicking it back out in the vicinity of Donahue, who gets control.
There's a face-off, but I'll tell you, they're doing much better in controlling the initial draw and then getting some help from the wings. Right now they get it down, and Syracuse on the attack.
Syracuse really has not been able to score very easily without the big guns on the field.
No, you want to get a couple of goals out of your second midfield and get them to help out.
Miller's been a scoring threat. And of course, the Gates. Greg Burns scored a lot in the opening game, but
had a lot of assists.
Only one goal since. Roos fans on that attempted pass. Now he has it back.
Well, it's a game of attrition. If you can get some good offense out of your second middies and third middies, you'll. Oh.
In a crowd, who went down?
Loose ball push, we're staying.
Zoberti was sandwiched and dropped.
Jimmy O'Hara says loose ball push, we're staying, which means the ball will stay. You're right in the possession of Syracuse Molson All-Stars.
John Zoberti, nearly a member of this USA team. He feeds the crease for a quick shot attempt by Rinaldi, still continuing to have his tough luck. Roos doesn't even really look for a shot.
I don't think that's his job. You're right. He's there to be a part, to handle it, to look to feed, and give help. Like right there.
And good defensive pressure.
He does his
knocks
job.
The ball loose, and you see Roos get there.
Oh, lost
the ball is
Opie.
taken away by Opie on a full gallop. Here comes flying Fred Opie. He gets it down to Cook. Back to Opie. Behind his back to Cook. Up in the air. Palem has to come out and play it. Good job by Matt Palem.
Oh, he caught Palem under the face mask with it. Got away with it.
Now Syracuse loses the ball, and back comes Team USA looking to take the lead for the first time today. We're tied at 4 with 11 minutes to go in the first half.
Jackson in a foot race with Scaramazino. And now Jackson backs out.
Norm Engelke, number 24. Now Hendrickson. Spreading out the field is Team USA offensively here. Mike Sheehan is on. There's a shot that Matt Palem saves.
Nice outlet.
In the middle now to Wenham.
You got to spread out there.
Wenham played on the 1983 Syracuse championship team.
He needs some help.
We have a timeout taken by Syracuse as they get the ball into the attacking area. You see the Warrior, Paul GAIT, doesn't wear anything under that mesh jersey. He may have been cut on the back there. No equipment.
Going back to an earlier age.
Yep. Heck, you probably could have just put the number on him with a magic marker and he wouldn't have cared. Just send me on the field.
Spray it on. There's Matt Palem's save and the outlet to Wenham, and then Wenham, they got quite a crowd together, a bunch of blue jerseys, and he didn't have much help, but he managed to get rid of it, get it over the midfield line, and allow the team to call timeout, and that's where it stands right now. 4 apiece with 10:22 left, second quarter.
And now the question, Dale, is as Syracuse sense that they're running out of gas here. They've played 2 days, 2 games.
Well, you know, they did last night, too. You know, they would score and then not go for long periods of time and then come back and score again. So I'm not sure that it's much different from the way they had been playing. They seem to go in spurts, and offensively they've been spurtless the last couple of minutes. But they've been playing, both teams have been playing great defense. And again, it is hot, hazy, humid, got to be 93.
They really haven't been getting any scoring from their second midfield.
Lots of times that second midfield is there to work the ball around, give the first guys a rest, but at this level you would hope you could get some scoring from your second midfield. Or
Tom
at least
Hayes, the longtime coach at Rutgers, one of the assistants here with Team USA.
Or classmate of mine, Mike Waldvogel, listed as one of the coaches. I don't see him here today. Coach from Yale. Oh, nice look, but Dumpson not able to handle it. It's going to go out of bounds, and that's a mistake. He did that little pop out where they had 4 guys lined up across the crease, and he popped up but missed the pass, and now it's a clearing attempt by USA.
Now we get the defensive midfielders on as the Gates and Dumpson leave the game. USA with the ball now, controlled by Glenn Miles. 4-4 game. USA has never been in the lead. They have the ball. Pat McCabe defending behind. USA spreading out the field here. Matt Palem has been the goalie. That shot is wide, but it was nearly deflected in by McCabe.
That gets dangerous. That was really wide, but that when you try to get a stick up on it, sometimes you redirect it.
Play him. Shot that was blocked at the defense. Rolls out of bounds. Last touch by USA.
Matt Palem tell him, play him. The guy who's going out doesn't know whether if I play this guy, am I going to miss my other defensive assignment. He said, play him, stay with him, and then they got the ball out of bounds, and they will have a chance to clear.
Back on the field come the Gates. Paul's going to get it at midfield. Here he comes. Now Gary on the right side with Rodney Dumpson, 27, cutting in front of him.
Gives Team USA a nice scouting opportunity as the Gate brothers will be representing Canada along with Tom Marichek from Syracuse University. Attack man.
Marichek's been at these games strictly as a spectator. Is this Paul GAIT about to go airborne? Now I'll give it to Gary. See what Gary has dreamed up here.
Good talk. Help left, drive. It's an inside roll. Double team him as much as possible and then try to slide back.
Bill Miller, low shot, nice save by Schmoller. Greg Burns with the rebound.
Excellent save by Schmoller.
Here's Paul GAIT, got the pass. Paul works it in. He hit the side of the cage, and it's a crease violation.
That is a crease violation.
Long clearing pass. Opie in midfield on the shovel there to Glenn Miles. Beeville running into your picture now. Beeville got there a second, perhaps too late.
That's a great save.
But Palem on the outlet a little bit too far, and at midfield, Paul GAIT knocked it free. Bounced over the head of Gary. They get it to Miles.
He definitely saved a big goal there. Matt Palem right on that one.
We still have a 4-4 tie with 7 minutes to play in the half.
At this point, a relatively low-scoring game, well defensed.
Oh, that one went by everybody and ended in the net. And a disgusted Pat McCabe just threw his stick about 20 yards. That was a pass from way outside, went through everybody and ended up in the net.
Yep, watch, let's check it. There's it's a pass. Watch. It's a pass, and it just keeps, you know, Matt Palem's saying, well, somebody's going to touch that, somebody's going to knock that down, and John Tucker gets a goal, and Matt Palem says, geez, I thought for sure somebody was going to get a stick up on that.
Scored by number 2.
Palem smiling at that one, maybe incredulously. Pat McCabe just was so disgusted, he flung his stick about 20 yards, and he is mad. For the first time today, Team USA has the lead at 5-4.
Who have been selected to
this is a game in which
take some shots in the
luck
really
really doesn't factor in all that often. You've got to be good.
Yep.
That was a case of luck.
Report to the scorers table immediately at halftime. Dave Hitter.
Jeff Long there.
Yep, working him over verbally.
Coach at Ithaca College.
Does a great job. There's a Division III program that's improved by leaps and bounds.
USA has now scored 3 straight goals. Boubier, Marino, and Tucker getting credit on that one. And they have their first lead of the game at 5-4. We have 6:50 to play in this first half.
And Mark Sullivan.
And I think I felt a breeze.
Right at the beginning of halftime. Thank you.
Well, we're spoiled because we work so many games indoors in the dome.
Yeah, that's true.
When it's usually freezing cold and very inclement.
I'll take that any day. So you said relatively low scoring game at this point.
There's the face-off. Leland Rogers out to take it. Bill Bergen has it, number 2, shoveling it ahead to Steve Scaramuzino. Big stick carrying it into the offensive zone, and he'll fire. Schmoller stops that one.
No rebound, nobody there. They were changing, there was nobody in.
No, corner. Let's go.
USA now. Steve Mitchell is 44. Up ahead they go. USA starting to look fresh at this point. There's a cutter toward the crease. They don't get him. There's a shot opportunity off the screen, and it's in the cage.
And a flag. Oh,
Randy Natoli put that one by Matt Palem.
It's going to hurt him too because, as I said, not only is it a goal, it's a slash.
USA goal scored by number 14.
So he goes low, Natoli goes low. Watch, there's the screen. See the screener there? Cook jumps up in the air and had Palem screened and the ball goes low. So now a 2-goal lead, and now down a man for a minute, and they better hope they can get the face-off, Syracuse. Nice job, they lifted up the stick of the Syracuse player.
On the ground, Burns has it. He's trying to get a shot on the cage. The goalie was out of position, and coming away with it is Zach Colburn.
Good recovery, Tony Resch, nice job.
Now McEntee, number 20. USA has the extra man opportunity
Just another
now.
reminder of international rules. Even though White had the ball across the line, normally a release of the penalty in collegiate lacrosse.
Good ball movement now as they look to go up 3 goals. That shot is just wide.
Boy, they not able to get on that cage. Goldstein took a shot. There's the penalty. Server.
Wenham is in there.
Wenham.
It's been 12 minutes now since Syracuse has scored a goal. Here is a fake on the shot.
Nice job by Shatner to get stick on stick.
Randy Natoli.
Another slash.
And another score by Team USA, and there are flags down all over the field. Another costly situation now. The goal and the ensuing penalty.
Yeah, that really is going to hurt. Dusko is going to sit now for a minute because, as we said, in international rules, these are not releasable penalties. There's the slash. Got him on a free arm, big time by the bicep. And then they get the ball across right by Matt Palem. And there's the penalty.
Now it is a 3-goal lead by Team USA. Gary GAIT wins the face. GAIT spinning free. GAIT into the gallop. GAIT fires and scores.
How long did that take? Not long.
You could sense the determination of GAIT right from that faceoff.
Unbelievable. He just streaks. Look, there's one guy, wheels past him. He comes up with another check. Goldstein gets another shot at him. Or excuse me, Crowley gets another shot at him, and then he takes a left-handed shot. Took about 6 or 7 seconds. Frank Rafka was right. And incidentally, after that, Fred Opie shook his hand. Fred Opie, of course, one of the defensemen, said, nice job. There's a big
and here's the face won by Donahue. It's a 7-5 game. Pass a little bit behind the intended man, Tom Nelson. Donahue shoveling it in front, intended there for Zilberti. Team USA now coming upfield. DiTomaso with it. Donahue from behind just misses. Kevin Cook.
Everybody's even now, picking up men.
15 is Tim Goldstein. There's Cook. Cook pops it in the air. That was a pass. Oh, they called it a shot?
Well, they probably called a slash early, so they let it stay a shot. They were all over Crowley. Crowley took a shot.
Norm Engelke is coming on, number 24. Number 1 is Jeff Jackson. He scored a goal earlier. Here's Engelke. That's the time remaining in the first half. Shovel pass in the slot. It's a 7-5 game. And now we'll see if Syracuse can rally to tie this one up before the half ends.
2 minutes, as you said. I'd like to rally, get this tied up.
Palem up to Jeschke, returns it to McCabe. McCabe with an overhand pass that time to Paul GAIT. Gary comes on now as Jeschke departs. There's Gary GAIT. They're telling him he has help. He shoots and it's saved by Schmoller. That one was right on.
Nice backup by Zilberti. Shut him off, they're saying. Don't let him get the ball. That's what they like to do to GAIT.
Fortunately, they don't prevent that. Here is Gary.
Nice.
Using his strength. Behind the back pass. Nobody cut to the cage.
That might slow down. No. See what Klodson can do. Can he help?
Tim Goldstein now. What do we have? An offsides?
Yeah.
Certainly do.
That'll stop a fast break. Kind of a perfunctory, obligatory over the head at Paul GAIT.
Paul Gary. Half a minute to go. If they score now, they'll be down by only 1 at the half, and I think they'll settle for that.
There's that pop out again as they just have him come around behind a pick and have Dumpson, but he missed the pass, or not an especially good pass. Now he's got to come back and play defense on Opie. There's some speed.
Yeah. Did they get him? Opie fired a good shot. It was deflected over the cage with 10 seconds to go here in the first half.
Remember him, boy, when he'd get some passes or pick up a ground ball at Syracuse and streak down the floor of the dome. Fred
Another
Opie.
great job by Klodson to break up a pass in front, and the first half comes to an end. Klodson fired that one the length of the field, and it had to be saved. And that is the end of the first half of the Lacrosse USA Invitational Championship game, with Team USA leading the Syracuse All-Stars 7-5. Getting set now for the beginning of the third quarter. Dave Cohen along with Dale Drypulcher at the championship game of the Lacrosse USA Invitational, with the team in the dark jerseys, Team USA, leading it 7-5.
Got a hold called, and that will be Team USA penalized. Syracuse MOLSON All-Stars get the ball. Paul GAIT will bring it in.
Syracuse led by a score of 3-1 after one quarter, but then there was a string of 5 unanswered goals by USA, and they have a lead of 7-5 now. At one point, it was a 7-4 lead. Gary GAIT has had 2 goals for Syracuse. 7 different scorers for Team USA. Here's Paul GAIT going to the backhand and scoring.
He really, that's like a change-up in baseball. Schmoller is disgusted with himself because watch the move he makes. He really bends the body. Watch, Dave. This is really interesting. Now they're playing. Now that's Opie. They're playing defense. They get the ball over to GAIT. Ball's down on the ground. Now it's kind of unsettled. Both defensemen out of position. Now watch what he does with his body. Now they slide over to pick him up. Oh, he goes left. But watch. Now he just goes kind of a backhand slow shot that Schmoller didn't expect to come.
Actually, I think he did switch it to the right hand.
Yep.
Sleight of hand by Paul GAIT, his 2nd goal of the game. At the half, GAIT was involved in the hardest shot competition that was won by Emmett Printup of the Iroquois Nation. We have an injured Team USA player after that last collision.
Well, he's a big guy. Must be the knee. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a right leg injury. Maybe the ankle, maybe the knee, but he seems to be okay and walking it off. He is big.
We're talking to some people at halftime. They said not only are those guys big, they're great stick handlers and they have good speed.
Emmett Printup, by the way, was clocked at 93 miles per hour in his shot. Rodney Dumpson and Paul GAIT each around 90 miles an hour. Gary GAIT did not take part.
Goalie in for Syracuse, Richie Barnes, who I thought has played very well, played well last night.
He's out of Cortland State, as is Jeff Clodston, the man who had the ball, now to Pat McCabe, and now Paul GAIT at midfield. So Paul gingerly stepped over the line to make sure his team was onside. Here comes Paul on the rush.
2 guys
1
after
goal
him.
will tie it. He fires, he got the pipe. Rebound, the feed out from Burns to Dumpson. Loose in front again, sticked away. In a 7-6 game, Team USA has the lead. Dave Pietramala getting it to the midfield area. Matt Palin was credited with 21 saves during the first half. Schmoller is the second of what we think will be 3 goalies to be used by Team USA. Sal Licasio started. Larry Quinn is in the goalie on deck circle. Mike Shatner defending here, number 25. Flag flies. A slash.
Man down. They call a slash or a technical? I just got a sign for a technical, but I guess I see it was a slash. Yep. Oh, it is a slash, yes. 1 minute. So they will be down for a minute.
Brad Kotz got the crossbar.
Pipe City.
And the high ricochet is pulled down by Wenham, who gets shoved out of bounds.
That'll be 30 seconds for Team USA, so they'll be even for 30 seconds.
30 seconds for a push to number 25.
As the guilty man, Glenn Miles, heads to the penalty box.
And they don't get started until you sit down, and Miles just sat down.
We get a shot from outside fired by Gary GAIT. Just wide.
Both teams down a man.
Gary wants the ball back. The Syracuse players went through this recent 3rd straight championship season without a loss. And they'd like to conclude their lacrosse activity for this year with another win, and it would be a most impressive one if they could upset Team USA. Rodney Dumpson, number 27. Paul GAIT's wearing the red elbow pads. Gary has the blue. John Zilberti feeding up and out. And to midfield and out of bounds, it's going to be USA ball.
Inside, they're now even.
And quickly, USA puts the ball into play. Miles is coming out of the box now. They go to the off wing. They go even with a crease.
Oh, nice play.
And Boubier gets the goal as they work the ball around quickly, catching Syracuse in a defensive lapse.
Well, great shifting by USA and great passing. Watch, they drop it off, looking for, there he is, as he went high, as Ford found Boubier, and Boubier just went up high, and they really moved the ball well.
On the faceoff for Syracuse, number 11, Pat Donahue.
So Bouvier up with a goal. Now
we have ourselves an 8-6 lead by USA. Pat Donahue rolls the face back to Rinaldi. Greg Rinaldi redirecting it to Richie Barnes, his goalie.
Nice pass up to McCabe. Over to Clodsden.
Now to Clodsden. The sun is ducked behind the clouds for the moment, cooling off this field. We've been baked here for 3 days. Temperatures in the 90s. John Zilberti slips and pops back up. Zilberti defended by 31 Zach Colburn. Number 8 is Bill Miller.
Took his
they
head
got
off.
him right at the neck.
I knew that was coming. McGeeney, defenseman. And he just went right up over the head and tried to readjust his helmet. You can watch it right here. Right there it is. Holding is all he gets. And rightly so.
Team USA has the ball for the moment. On the move is Jeff Jackson. He has one of the 8 goals scored by Team USA. Now Steve Mitchell back in the game.
Had to redirect that. They maybe could have gotten that over. That's a bad extra pass. Could cost them. No. Right on the end line. That was Colburn.
They're successfully killing off time on this penalty.
Yeah. Hate to see it go back that far, as they really are trying to run some time off.
Number 10 is Matt Crowley. He's in the scoring column. USA in the dark uniforms. They took the lead midway through the second quarter.
Everybody even.
There's the dodge by Jackson. His shot is low and saved by Barnes.
Oh, that was not a good play.
No, it was a bad outlet pass.
Nice save
by McCabe. And Syracuse is fortunate to come away with the ball unscored upon. Donahue down and up. Donahue down. At least the ball was. He is separated from the ball again as the crowd roars.
Yeah, right in the head.
Now Fred Opie, and here comes a rush. Opie goes to the right. Pass goes left. Miles with it, 25, back to the left wing. And a good save by Barnes. Oh, McCabe put it on the ground, lost it. Opie up in the air. Donahue has it again.
Boy, he's got a posse after him, doesn't he?
3 men pursuing him. Back it goes to McCabe. Crowd let him know he was about to be blindsided.
Oh, boy. There's a real physical game, and low scoring, relatively speaking, and real physical. Lots of big stick action. They're getting people in and out of that box, and really something that you don't see as much in the college game, obviously because of the rules, but a lot of big sticks in this game.
This game is played so quickly, you don't have much time to check the coaches or any of the substitutions on the sideline. A procedure call.
Procedure, too many blues for 30.
Too many USA players on the field. Well, that could make it tough to clear against.
Well, it does. It really does. When you can use an 11-man ride, that's really difficult. So, Paul Gate. Gonna take it. Forces them to come out and play him out.
Rodney Dumpson gets it now. Burns has been fairly quiet in this game. They feed it across the goal, and Gary Gate, the recipient, he doesn't miss many opportunities as Gary makes it a 1-goal game again with USA leading at 8-7.
DiTomaso, I think, on him as Paul, no, excuse me, long pass by Miller.
Syracuse goal scored by number 22.
He goes down and keeps it down. And that was DiTomaso over there, and it is Miller on the
goal. 22 Gate, his 3rd of the game. And the assist number 8.
He put the defender down, and then he beat the goalie.
On the faceoff for Syracuse, that's number 17, Leland Rogers.
Leland's out.
Leland's out.
For Team USA.
Leland's out.
And as usual, somebody accompanies him to the mat.
Yeah, but he gets the ball back.
And now this could be a tying opportunity as Burns disdains the shot.
Yeah, he better run it out of there. He's in trouble.
He gets double teamed, and he loses it.
DiTomaso took it away from him.
Up ahead to Bouvier. Got the last goal. They try to go over the top of him. He still got it. Oh, and he pays the price as he goes down.
Clodsden going to get a hold.
Bouvier is hurt.
He got the stick. Watch, he got the stick and he knocked his own. He knocked Boubier's stick into his head. Watch, he goes up high. Okay, he misses him, but that's where he caught him right there. No, here, excuse me. Here it is. There it is. Oh, he did. Caught him right on the neck. Right on the neck.
30 seconds for a hold.
You could tell he was hurt. He grabbed his head before he even hit the deck, but he's up and okay.
Number 9 for Team USA, Craig Boubier.
Well, that's, you know, it was unsettled in front of the goalie, and they just clear it out, get him out of there, get a stick on stick, and he managed to get most of his neck.
No penalty, right?
But yeah, hold.
Oh,
30-second,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Not a personal, but a 30-second hold. If you get the neck and move his head back, that's an international hold. Syracuse man down.
Big
nice.
Extra man opportunity for
Scaramuzino.
USA, and Scaramuzino with a takeaway. And he knows he's being pursued. He gives it up, throws it a little bit behind Desko, who may yet get it. Does a good job of screening with the body, but what do we have here? Do we have an offsides?
And they're going to call face-off mistake. I think they're going to.
There is no call. It will be a face-off.
I think it was a mistake, and so they're just going to face it off if that's the situation.
Well, this one will take a little explaining.
They're still in the box. They're offside.
They were all set. White ball.
No, he was late walking on. He was late walking on. He was coming on. They were released.
They were released. He was late walking out. He was off. He was on. He had a stick up. White ball. White ball. That's the only thing I understand.
Oh, this is why there's so many attorneys who play this game.
That's right.
You don't get too many arguments or too many fights, but once in a while you need a good explanation.
Yeah.
The score is 8-7. The dark team is USA, and they have the lead. Syracuse with Bill Miller, very shifty from behind. He scored the first goal of the game with a sidearm shot.
Yep. He's had 1 or 2 attempts since then.
Mike Perkins has a goal in this game, number 7. Up top. Moved by Matt Kerwick. He shovels it back behind. Miller at the end line, knocked out of his stick. Good job by USA.
That's Resch, 34. Nice job by that big defenseman.
We're in the third quarter of the championship game of the second annual Lacrosse USA Invitational, 8-7. Team USA leads Syracuse. Dave Cohen along with Dale Drypolcher. Man-to-man defense used by Syracuse. Richie Barnes is the goalie. You hear his voice calling out the picks.
Yeah.
And Barnes with a good chest save.
He was in there.
Number 13 stepped in. That was Mac Ford.
Mac was there.
The violation, man in the crease against Team USA.
Now let's watch Syracuse come upfield again as they look for the tie. The gates are on. You can hear concern perhaps from our field level mic. They're coming on. Who's got Gary? This is Gary. When he wants to, he can seemingly single-handedly take it right to Team USA.
Nice check by Mitchell, 44.
Nelson saves it. They pass it up top. That has not been very successful. The pass is from behind to the slot. And now an open run upfield by Di Tommaso.
Boy,
they get it
fast.
even with the crease. And Syracuse defends it well. They took the shot away from Goldstein. 11 minutes to play, third quarter, a 1-goal game. Lodgden is the defender. He's been excellent. Shatner, 25, is back there as well against Goldstein.
Here I'm saying, watch the pick. They're going to set. Oh, nice little wheel. They've been wheeling.
Engelke has it, 24. Desko is playing him. Hendrickson cuts to the cage. They tried to find him. Thompson is all over him.
27 on 27.
Back, Michael. Left.
Outside it, Norm Engelke again. A screenshot perhaps coming here.
Oh, nice move.
He goes.
Help in the cage by Shatner, who was playing behind Richie Barnes.
That was Vin Sombrato, 12.
Oh, a nice quick stick attempt by Sombrato, and Barnes was there. Richie Barnes coming up big with a poor outlet pass.
Very poor.
Stolen away. Team USA gets another shot, and Barnes saves that one.
Oh, he's been getting hot.
Now they throw it upfield again, and it's intercepted one more time by Goldstein.
Now they got to get some help on the clear. They've had some problems.
Gary GAIT turned his back on Goldstein and nearly blew by him.
Who's got him? The little confusion on who's going to pick him up defensively.
Now they feed the crease, and Barnes does a good job again.
Sombrato was open and got a shot by, but stick up on him by Barnes. They've really put a lot of pressure on Syracuse, and Syracuse has not cleared well last couple of times.
USA controlling possession.
Run it over.
And now
there's
finally,
a slash.
Gary GAIT gets it. And we're going to whistle. And a flag down.
Yeah, that was Morrow. On a slash, so Syracuse would be man up.
There is no play on in the defensive half of the field. That's why play
not in these rules.
Was stopped.
Yep.
Paul Schmoller with 5 saves. If Syracuse can score a goal now against Larry Quinn, they'll tie the game up. Quinn, the third goalie used by USA.
It's been a long time since Syracuse has really had a real good shot.
Burns playing outside now.
As you said, Burns pretty quiet.
There's Paul GAIT's pass in front, knocked down.
They've been getting one shot off, and that's it, and then giving up 4 or 5 shots.
Engelke against Scarmazzino. Clodston coming over to help out. Will they?
He's got to wait for the trailer, and now he picks up the trailer.
Good call. I was going to say that. Will they wait for the trailer? Syracuse started this game with tremendous defense in the first quarter, limiting Team USA to 1 goal in the first quarter.
Let's go to check.
Way outside of the box to Randy Natoli.
7 shots to 4 so far this quarter for Team USA.
Mike Morrow, number 3, setting behind a Goldstein. Big scorer at Cornell, fairly quiet here today. Scarmazzino, or Sheehan, picks up the loose ball. Now he throws it away at midfield.
Yep.
Tommaso has it.
That's the 3rd time in a row that's happened.
And Tommaso can fly. He gives it up in close, and the defense converges, takes it away.
They've been doing a great job of playing defense, but they're making it hard for themselves by not clearing the ball.
Paul GAIT's in pursuit, number 19.
Nice hack there by Bevo.
Against Syracuse.
We're going to get a timeout taken by Team USA. 7.5 minutes to go. They lead it 8-7.
Lots of defense, and Syracuse, as I said, Dave, having problems clearing 3 times in a row, making nice saves on a couple of shots, then getting the ball out and throwing it away at the midfield line. If you get a chance and you're a lacrosse fan, please write us at Cook Cablevision, 500 South Salina Street, Syracuse, New York, 13202, and let us know how you enjoy the broadcast. One guy who I think has been playing very well is Barnes, the goalie. He started the whole series off a couple of nights ago, but here he is. You're going to see, look, it comes up, gets the stick, got that body flying in the air, now controls it.
He has 5 saves here in the 3rd quarter.
And they have been 5 good shots on him, too. So he gets a little water.
There's our vantage point at Griffin Field as we bring you this championship game of Lacrosse USA Invitational.
We invite you to stick around.
Kind of nice to be casual.
Yeah, it is. I like that. I'm not a...
As Chief Warren Lyons,
Greg, our cameraman, thank you for the shot.
There's a festive carnival-like atmosphere to this Lacrosse USA Invitational.
That's right. That's our style here at Cook Cable Fishing.
Good stick-on-stick by Klodzin. He has really been outstanding defensively.
Absolutely. Oh, nice body. They made a sandwich there of Morrill.
An additional hit made on Morrill.
Ooh, and he gets the ball back and feeds.
But now a good opportunity, but there is the defense taking it away again. Pat McCabe. Somebody lost his stick. McCabe is being doubled, and what do we have?
And 15 blue, 30 with a push.
Tim Goldstein goes to the penalty box.
Jim O'Hara made that call. We got it. And they made him. This is a Morrill sandwich. Watch this. Watch number 3. Get him going backwards, get him going frontwards, and then necktie him. And Syracuse is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, we've had 2 timeouts now, less than a minute apart, with the score still at 8-7.
It is a hot, sweltering day.
Timeout, we did have
number 15,
Team USA,
Tim Goldstein.
Number 15, Tim Goldstein.
That is the penalized man. He'll be back on the seat.
1 minute for
Remember, Goldstein, not only a scorer, but not necessarily in goals. A great assist man from Cornell. Always great, always able to find the open man, and a lot of talent on this Team USA. And I'm going to reiterate something, and going down and stand next to those guys, some of those defensemen look like football players, Dave. They are good size and quick.
Number 9 on Team USA has 2.
Syracuse really has a lot of players they have not used in this game. I think it's a matter of foot speed, and some of the second, maybe third midfielders just don't have it anymore. At least to match up against Team USA. They were used in the opening round games against the Boston and Maryland lacrosse clubs, but they haven't seen any action in this one.
Well, you really, you know, if it's tough to use your depth against the best in the country, and this Team USA is loaded with people.
Once again, we asked Jack Henry.
I was also impressed in this tournament with Quinn Kessenich playing goalie for the Maryland Lacrosse Club. He was fantastic the other night.
All right, Syracuse with the ball. The next goal will tie it. They've done great jobs defensively in the first and third quarters. Rodney Dumpson.
Oh, went high.
He nearly nailed that photographer on the ground. Dumpson feeding it across the goal mouth to Gary GAIT.
Oh! 2 shots on this man up. Goldstein sitting.
Gary a little disturbed with himself for missing after the numerous fakes. Now Zoberti threads it to Paul. Rodney, he shoots, he scores! And we're tied at 8. So after being down by 3 goals, Syracuse has come back to tie the U.S. national team.
Well, Zoberti takes a hard feed out up on top, and they find Dumpson, and man down. They slide over, Rush slid over, but he beats him on the offside. And ties it up, 8-8.
Larry Quinn, the goalie there, getting beat by Rodney Dumpson.
And number 1 for Team USA.
Possessor of a 90-mile-per-hour shot. Now we've got ourselves a new game with 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Down goes Scaramuzino, no call. This crowd is solidly behind Syracuse, as you might expect. Brad Kotz gets it now, former Syracuse player. Kotz hasn't scored.
Nice.
And there's a quick stick goal off the pass by Kotz to John Tucker.
Klodzin was upset with himself. They let Tucker find a lot of time. Watch Kotz, and then you're going to see him. Watch him slide. He sees out of the corner of his eye, and look, nobody there, and Tucker right there to put it in. And John Tucker out of Johns Hopkins puts him up 9-8.
The goal number 2, Tucker, formerly from Johns Hopkins, and the assist 30, Kotz, formerly of Syracuse.
So a short-lived tie game, 9-8 now. And Jeff Jackson gets there first. Klodzin put a shoulder into him on the ground in a precarious position. McCabe sending it to Barnes. Now they'll start their clear attempt with 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here comes Scaramuzino, number 24. Looking for help. Gets it to Rinaldi. Well, if there was a time for Rinaldi to get hot, this would be it. Brad Ruse is coming on now.
On your left.
Colburn was on Rinaldi. Rinaldi got rid of it. Back out again. Up on top.
Stay side, Zach.
On your right.
Back right.
Way behind they go, and here's Bill Miller.
Get up, get up.
Oh,
Miller fakes, and he got that shot away quickly before he passed in front of Quinn.
that was just a great save by Quinn because he beat the defenseman.
Quinn's outlet to Jackson with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Mishandled by USA. Picked up, though, by Zach Colburn. And now onto offense.
Getting those big sticks in every opportunity.
Come the Nationals. Richie
Save.
Barnes, nice job against Miles. Barnes is going to run out of there. Give it up to McCabe. Behind the back, nicely upfield, he goes to Dusko. Some of these guys must have eyes in the back of their head. Lazy pass thrown backwards.
Yeah, but they know that there's people coming out of the box, and they're going to take their time and reset it. Now there's a race to the box.
Matt Kerwick has a step as he comes out on Steve Mitchell. They don't headman him, however. There's Jeschke. Sending it back to Kerwick. A little bit of a weave. Bergen. Nice change of direction. He's brought down. He pops up. Feeds it in the slot. Kerwick scores. What a great job by Bill Bergen. And a flag was thrown as well. We're tied again at 9. Terrific effort, Bill Bergen.
Just able to move. And Bergen down, back up. And then he finds Kerwin, and he just beats him offside. Kerwick gets the goal, and Bergen gets the assist.
A Hobart connection on that goal, and we are tied at 9.
And for Syracuse 22, Gary GAIT.
Look at that. Nice job with it. Pietramala with a big stick.
Oh, Dumpson
on the
nearly
face.
stole it from Opie.
Whoa, boy.
The pass intended for Opie. Now Gary GAIT's going to come over. They double on him for the moment. It's going to be really interesting in this fourth quarter. That will begin shortly as we are tied at 9. They can't afford a defensive lapse like that.
Right there. Let him go. Tucker again.
Second easy inside goal. Good inside passing.
They'll start off with a face-off by Pietramala.
Goal of the game for Team USA, number
And then
2,
they're
John Tucker.
Able to, Goldstein finds him open, and nobody stays with that cutter.
Beville is sliding over, had his hand in the wrong, had a stick in the wrong hand. Couldn't intercept a pass or get a stick on the ball. Ten to 9 now. Final moments of this third quarter. Gary GAIT on the face-off. Gary GAIT scooping it up. GAIT runs away from 2. Situations like this, he looks for his shot. There it is. We're tied at 10. He is the very best. Gary GAIT is tying this game up on a single-handed effort, winning the face, going back to scoop it up, and knowing that time was running out in the third quarter, he scores his 4th goal of the game.
Well, they changed the strategy. They had a big stick on the face-off, and it worked the last time, but GAIT gets it, and McEntee, number 20, is closest with him all the way. There's McEntee right now, but GAIT goes up, offside, and just a pretty goal, as McEntee had no chance to even come close to getting the stick, and Quinn had to stop him one-on-one.
And so we have 25 more minutes of lacrosse, the fourth quarter coming up for the Lacrosse USA National Championship.
They got the big stick out there, Pietramala. It's worked before. Gary GAIT got the last one. Look at Pietramala.
Who's going to get this one? Brad Kotz got it. GAIT went up his back for a moment. We're tied at 10. Dumpson took a run at Kotz from behind. This Team USA will be heading to Perth, Australia, and the World Championships in a matter of weeks.
What's the weather like in Perth?
Can't be any hotter than Syracuse. They're really being tested by this Syracuse All-Star team.
Southern Hemisphere, right? Must be winter down there. Oh, long looping pass. Got stick on him.
Nice takeaway. Nice job by Paul GAIT down the sideline. They'll bounce off of him, and here he goes, shifting it into another gear.
Who's going to pick him up?
They're taking a run at him. He fakes. He goes behind his back, and a second attempt is no good. Miller was in the crease.
Boy, Miller's been hustling and playing well, too. And right back the other way.
Here comes Randy Natoli.
Well, they're getting their sticks in again, those big sticks in.
Wenham comes on the field defensively, number 20. There he is. Late in the third quarter, Team USA got a couple of in-close goals beating the defense. We're tied at 10. We're a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Number 6 is Roddy Marino. He was the most valuable player in the '86 World Championships in Toronto. Shatner's on him.
Get wide! Get wide! Move it wide!
Mike Morrill, number 3. What's the moral of this story? It's a save by Barnes. He's had a very good second half. Now gives it up to Shatner. Syracuse was...
Oh, that's a mistake.
They've been having trouble on these clears.
They really have. There's
one that they're lucky to come away with as Wenham picks it up.
Yeah, upfield, Barnes says, get it away from me, get it upfield.
Instead, they redirected to Shatner.
Well, you
Barnes from behind now.
Yeah, they're going to have a little time to... These defensemen, it's getting a little tiring, and McCabe's going to have to look up and check things out as they're going to have to use him on this clear.
They're playing their third game in less than 3 days.
Yep.
That's something you're never called upon to do as a collegiate.
Especially in this kind
Rinaldi
of weather.
in danger of being double teamed.
Right, Mac Ford there took a run at him, but this is a real good ride by USA.
Now here's Rinaldi, who has some legs on him, moving on Steve Mitchell.
Well, he's big.
Rinaldi feeds the crease,
nice
and it's pulled in by Larry Quinn. Was that a pass or a shot?
It was a pass.
Ended up being a save. Now Mitchell back. Mitchell getting it to Mac Ford. 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. 10-10 tie.
They really have been effective. The coaches running the substitutions and getting these big sticks in and out for both teams on the move.
Syracuse last led in this game at 4-3. That was back early in the second quarter. Now outside they go to Henriksen. Cross field, it's a spread offense now.
Yeah, a little Ward.
A little Ward, perhaps. Ward being an offensive player using his free hand to push off. There comes Pat McCabe. He's got Miller on his right. And McCabe throws it behind his back, but it's taken away. Nobody was in the slot, intended for Burns.
And now he's got to come back and play defense.
Hendrickson in the slot, bounce shot, Barnes, he's there. Bad outlet, and a save by Barnes. What will he do this time? He goes to Rinaldi. Syracuse throws it away again. They just cannot get the ball upfield.
And really, now, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to that attack of USA. They're just turning around and riding the heck out of them, and they're not able to do much, and they have forced some poor passes, and it's really given them more offensive opportunities. McCabe went all the way down when he did get it clear, ran it down, made a bad pass, and ended up having to run all the way back, and he's got to be tired.
Glenn Miles with it now. That's been the bugaboo here in the second half. Unable to move the ball out of the defensive half of the field.
This Syracuse defense has to be tired.
The defense has played very well.
They have.
And the defensive side of things, starting that transition game. Look at Clodson Stickworth.
Scaramazino helped him out. Clodson came up with the ball. They got to spread him out now. They got to get somebody upfield, and there they get him.
He ought to get serious consideration for an MVP award on the defensive side of things. Matt Kerwig's coming on now. Let's see if they can get the ball across midfield.
Oh, look at this buddy pass. Whoa.
On the sideline, it's played.
Scaramazino.
The basket catch by Scaramazino. He fakes going backwards. He's coming in now. He gives it up outside. They're going to put it in the stick of Kerwig. Kerwig got a big goal earlier in the third quarter. 10-10 tie.
Get the big sticks off and the little sticks on.
19 minutes to go. There comes Perkins on the field now. Who will have the fresher legs? Syracuse playing their third game in less than 3 days. USA playing their second game in less than 2 days. There's a feed into a crowd on the ground. Kerwick beats up to the ground ball. There's a feed in front to Bergen, and his shot is saved by Quinn. Somebody's lost a stick. Perkins dove over the pile.
Without a stick. What do we got here? Oh, they'll sort it out here, but watch. It's a long pass. Bergen is going to hit him in the chest, I think. Face mask. There you go. Nice save. Because he keep going up in the air, try to ride the ball up over, and then you're going to see Di Tommaso is going to hit. Get hit. There's the hit right there.
He got high load.
Yep.
Bergen was on his feet.
That was,
and then Quinn came over.
Perkins
came over the top on Di Tommaso. He apparently is okay. Larry Quinn, the goalie. Despite the heat, Quinn goes with the long sweatpants on this day.
Doesn't have to worry about his muscles getting cold.
Syracuse penalty charge to number 2, Bill Bergen.
So Bergen's going to pick up a penalty, so it'll be man up. Yep, man up.
30 seconds charge to Bergen for interference.
That is Onondaga Lake in the background. Serious efforts being made in recent years to clean up many years of pollution and make it a recreational lake with swimming perhaps in the future.
Maybe the next 100 years.
It's been the site of the IRA Regatta Rowing Championships. Barnes with a save. He can't find the rebound. Now it's in his crease area. And so is a player on Team USA who was pushed in.
Now that was Mac Ford, and they said he was pushed, but illegally. So that will give the ball back to Team USA.
Len Miles, 25, has it. We haven't had any scoring in this fourth quarter. 7 minutes have gone by. 10-10.
Got a beat just for a second.
This is Brad Kotz, one-time Player of the Year.
Right here.
Having
Right.
Making the move now is Roddy Marino.
It's picked out way up high.
Boubier is back to set the pick.
Lots of movement. They're jumping off, lined right up there, and 4 now double jump. And a nice save.
Barnes intercepted that. Now here's a transition game. Wenham has it. Mark Wenham going cross field, but not a good bounce pass. And Syracuse will lose it.
Again, having some problems.
Down the sideline and thrown away by USA.
They're lucky. They had the break in. Poor pass, but they got it back. Paulgate picks it up.
Jeff Clodsden catching his breath on the sideline.
He's played a ton today
in this tournament. Rodney Dumpson comes on now. 16 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Tied at 10. A very defensive game. Paul Gate has it. A couple of spin moves to shake free. Looking for the left-hand shot. He can get it in the crowd to Dumpson. Not handled, however, by Rodney. Back comes USA. Paul Gate took the stick away from him. Rodney Dumpson can't control it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by Beeville. Nice jump feed ahead as the players spill out of bounds. Here comes Gary Gate with Paul on his left. And Gary gets the return. He fires. Whoa!
Quinn thought he was there, but it was a hard 90-mile-an-hour shot.
Back it goes. Empty net for the moment for Dumpson. Who's got possession? Blue ball. Hustling Larry Quinn.
They do not wait. This ball is back in motion. You get a lot of lacrosse action.
15 minutes and seconds to go.
Scaramazzino just took a wood chopper's cut.
Kicked up ahead now to Gary Gate. He's got a man pursuing him. He knows that. It's Mitchell in front of him.
You know, one of the things that's international I've noticed, you got to be able to pace yourself. You can't be sprinting in and out and off that field out of the substitution area.
Gary walking behind. Will he try to go airborne here? Off the pick by Burns. Here comes Gary Gate. He's doubled. He gives it up. The shot. Oh, tight by Dumpson. Paul Gate now applying defense. Down on the ground. Taken away by Nelson for the moment. Larry Quinn has it. Now you got to start thinking about going the other way and playing defense. 15 minutes to go. 10 minutes into this fourth quarter, tied at 10. Change of direction made there by Crowley on Dumpson. Which team is the fresher legs? Which team wants it more? Team USA is going to see more of the Gates in a couple of weeks as they play for Canada. Crowley coming back. Very deliberate style being used now by Team USA. Crowley left. Syracuse defense doing the job. McCabe using his body to shield the ball, and McCabe and Clodsden try to take it away. Jeff Clodsden picks it up. What will this flag be?
Illegal check. Syracuse going to be down.
Moving, take illegal body check, 60 seconds. It's all right. Rodney!
1 minute, Ham.
1 minute. Wenham.
Syracuse penalty charge to number 20. Mark Wenham.
Illegal check.
Illegal check.
I'll tell you, Clodsden and the defense, those guys are down there really looking for some air.
Whatever air there is, it's hot and humid.
Man up.
Now look at the offense being extended and spread out by Team USA. Jeff Jackson, number 1.
Make a move all they can.
And a score.
Nice move. Marino. They spread him out, and they got him on a cut.
We're going to have a timeout taken by Team USA as they have taken an 11-10 lead. 13 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Nice pass. Bouvier got the ball right on Marino's stick as he made the jump. And Scaramazino was on him, couldn't hold him, and that's another goal for Team USA.
You may notice the cameras on hand here at Griffin Stadium. 3 of the games, the Syracuse MOLSON All-Star games, can
Huddle
be
up
seen
as they get set to
on Cook Cablevision
go for the last
Channel
13 minutes and 20 seconds. And there's your score, 11-10.
Arlie Marshall is the head coach of Team USA. He's also the head coach of the Maryland Lacrosse Club. And yesterday, Maryland played an afternoon game against Syracuse. He coached that game, 100 minutes of lacrosse. Then at night, he coached the USA team against the New York Athletic Club. 100 more minutes of lacrosse. He said he had his fill of lacrosse yesterday.
You know, he's a good coach. I'd be more impressed if he played 200 minutes. That would really be something. That's awful tough. These guys, as you said, Dave,
let's check the face-off pairing.
Gary
playing
Gate.
that long.
Team USA, once again,
down,
Jeff
and
Jackson.
there's that wood chopper cut by Scaramazino as he took it away from Bouvier, I believe. Nope, it wasn't Bouvier, it was Natoli. And then they started it the other way. Nice little vignettes here. Another face-off.
With an 11-10 lead by Team USA and 13 minutes to go. Pat Donahue against Jeff Jackson. Donahue, good job to win it. Lost the stick and the ball. You can't play without your stick. Pat McCabe digs it out and comes away with it.
He needs some help.
And he sends it way back to Barnes.
Now they got to get it up faster. Now they got Scaramazino. He should be able to get it over.
He shovels it ahead to Bill Bergen. Bergen had a great assist in the third quarter. He's going to give it now to Rinaldi. Team in white needs 1 to tie.
Jackson playing defense.
Pop-out move by Bergen. Just not strong enough to get the shot away in a crowd like that. Here comes USA legging it back into the attacking zone. And the score, the coast-to-coast move by Randy Natoli.
Barnes not able to get a good eye on that, line on it. A little frustrated with himself, but you're going to see Randy Natoli out of Virginia. There's the check, puts the ball down as they come up with it and send it up. Zach Colburn sent it up back to Natoli, who started off with a nice check and finishes it off. Great camera work.
USA, that's number 27.
And there's the shot, low hopper, and not able to stop it, as I said, Richie Barnes.
Gary Gait lost a glove. Syracuse ball. Now Syracuse is down by 2. Well, the Gates take matters into their own hands.
Well, they did the other night.
They have before. And there's a goal by Greg Burns. Again, we have ourselves a 1-goal game.
He has been quiet. I have to check the scoring on him. Is that his first goal, I believe? I don't know if he's got an assist or not, but he has been somewhat quiet. But this is the time to get loud.
Oh, look at that. That ball just got by everybody.
Oh, and he took a slash on the head from Quinn, and then Resch hit him.
Did they call a slash?
No.
Burns unassisted.
So an unassisted goal puts it to a 12-11 now. 1-goal lead for USA.
And out to take the face and win it and pop it up to himself is Gary Gait. Now Paul. They look to tie it. Burns running behind Paul Gait. Even with the crease. There's the feed. Miller's low shot is just wide. He was moving away as he shot.
That's hard to do it. He got a lot of zip on that ball. One hopper tried to go high.
Zilberti has it back in. Zilberti may be looking for a shot of his own. It pops in the air and Burns got the pipe. He pulled that ball down as it was knocked away from Zilberti. Team USA keeps it on the sideline. What do we have here?
Push, yeah. And perhaps some additional mouth.
Maybe unsportsmanlike.
That'll do it. I didn't think that was the original call. Maybe it turned into that.
McGeaney.
So McGeaney will be down.
1 minute for unsportsmanlike conduct.
It is unsportsmanlike. McGeaney is number 8. And there he is, mouthing off.
That'll cost you.
5 seconds, 45.
Here much left in the penalty, 45. Syracuse, man up.
Let's see how they play it now. They need 1 to tie. Zilberti rifles it outside, dumps in, ties it. He made the cords dance, Rodney Dumpson. And we are tied at 12. His second goal of the game.
Well, Gait gets it behind the Zilberti. Zilberti goes left hand, hard pass, and it goes so fast. The idea is to get that pass there so quickly that when he catches the ball, when Dumpson catches the ball, by the time they shift back, he's able to put it by, and he did take a nice hard shot. He had a 90-mile-an-hour shot in that halftime contest.
We're under 9 minutes to play, and the Syracuse MOLSON All-Stars trying to win one more national title for Syracuse or Central New York-based lacrosse teams. Paul Gait is in pursuit. 3 championships in a row by Syracuse, 11 straight by Hobart. We told you about West Genesee High School winning the state championship again. The ball is on the ground. Who's got it? USA has it. In a 12-12 game, they throw it away, but they get it back.
Mitchell with a big stick couldn't handle that. He's
down the sideline. Here comes Cook. Kevin Cook worked himself free for the moment for the shot, but he didn't take it.
He ran over. He took about 3 different shots. He's waiting for the rest of his little stick guys to get on, and Wenham comes on to big sticks. They have done a great job. Both teams are getting big stick people on and off the field.
Now 8 minutes to go. This would be an upset of sorts, not a major upset, but if your national team gets beat, it's got to be an upset. Gary Gait on defense. Wenham tried to leave it for Gait, and Gait wasn't looking at it. It rolls over to Hendrickson. Here's an opportunity for USA if they find the open man. Morrow shoots and scores. Mike Morrow puts Team USA back up, 13-12.
Kind of an unsettled situation. Ball was down, and there's the collide. Gait can't get it. Gary Gait, also Wenham, and then the ball is down on the ground, and Morrow's going to come up with it as they get the pass over from Hendrickson, and just a hard shot, not able to be stopped by Richie Barnes.
Second goal of the game by Mike Morrow. Leland Rogers out to take this face, or Mega Donahue. Brad Ruse has it. Now 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. 1 goal lead by the USA national team. Ranoli checked out near the midfield area by Vince Sombrato.
Sombrato had him by surprise, did a nice job.
Here is Rinaldi going left, coming back right. Can't pull the trigger. Instead he passes to Ruse, who doesn't even think shot. Donahue sending behind. Zilberti coming back. The Z-man on the give to Miller.
Playing it way out now.
And here is Miller outside. Terrific one-on-one moves. There's Miller coming in. He fires. Kick save, Quinn. Quinn gets it away before Burns gets to him from behind. Opie at midfield. Nice change of direction on Roos. And again. 6 minutes exactly remaining. 13-12. Team USA with the ball and the lead. Dave Cohen along with Dale Drypolcher. Griffin Field, Liverpool, New York. Outside of Syracuse. Team USA had a bye in the first round. They defeated the New York Athletic Club 23-9. There's a feed to Cook. Quick stick and the equally fine save by Barnes.
Good ride.
Shatner now.
Goldstein was on him.
Gets it to McCabe. This is the area of the game where they've had trouble in the second half. Beeville, 31. Going to go by the prone Kevin Cook. He's looking for a smaller stick to give it to, and he's not getting any help.
All of his midfielders they're way down in. He's going to have to send it back momentarily. They got to get on side. They
and
got
they're losing time, too.
They're on side.
Now they get it back. Pressure from behind. Clodston. Where is the midfield?
Midfield is all down playing offense beyond what would be called the restraining line.
Now a pass for Paul Gate, who catches it, and he tries to elude two men. Look at the balance he has. Clodston will get it back to him. Here comes Paul Gate. They need one to tie. Paul with the right hand. And he held the ball in against his chest, a violation. The old Jimmy Brown rule.
That's right. And now they start right up. Syracuse maybe a little bit slow on this transition as they were penalized. You know, one of the reasons where the midfield was, I think they were getting some of their big sticks off, but they did have problems clearing it. Had a little problem getting their people on.
Little more than 4 minutes to go in the game. They really can't afford to go behind by 2 goals. They're down by 1. It's 13-12. Team USA in the lead. Now it's a chess game as well as a lacrosse game.
Oh, nice feed.
Cook. Somebody smothered that one outside. The defense rebound shot. Played behind and lost. But it stays blue.
Cook beat Clodston momentarily. Clodston got body on him, and when he took the shot, it went wide, but it does stay USA ball.
Cook has it again.
Double team.
Cook and Shatner and Clodston. And that is a pass thrown away. Now we'll get the Gates back on with 3.5 minutes to go. They're going to give it to Gary, and here we go. Crowd sensing now that Gary may elect to do something single-handedly. Instead he passes it. Here's a feed intended for Burns and lost. Liberty throwing that pass from way outside.
Pietramala gets it up to Colburn.
Now with 3 minutes to go, will they try to play keep away?
I'll tell you what,
some time.
They're not in a lot of hurry. They want to make sure they get a good shot off. Take as much time, get one shot off, and put the 2-goal lead in a position where Syracuse can't do much.
Desco's on now, defending against Miles. Clodston against Cook. Cook has handled it quite a bit here. He's coming in for a pass, another pass, a shot, and that one could do it. That one just might be the one that seals it for Team USA.
I'm sure Clodston feels bad. He's played great, but see what happens out here. He gets beat, and then Cook makes a pass back as he draws a double team from way away. I thought he might have taken the shot. I thought that Goldstein would have taken the shot, but he did one more pass and didn't make any difference because they did get the goal, and Morrill comes up with his third and perhaps most important goal of the game.
Now we've got 2 minutes to go, and Gary Gate does not get this face. Jeff Jackson takes it away. Jackson feeding Goldstein. Steal and a big one by Syracuse. They'll get it ahead to Paul Gate. He won't look to pass now, I don't think. Here's Paul making the move to the right hand, back to the left. He did pass it in close to Zilberti. Behind the back on the ground. Paul can't play it. Not yet initially, at least. Now he does have it. With 1:40 to go. A shot from way out. And it's out of bounds.
Go, Bill, go.
Bill Miller sending behind. They need 2 goals in a hurry. Paul GAIT. He's wide on that one. Burns puts it in play now with 1:15 to go. Bill Miller with a one-on-one move. They're taking it away from Miller. He's going to give it to Gary GAIT. Will we see Air GAIT here? Here comes Gary GAIT. He fires and scores with 1:03 and a penalty as well. Gary GAIT wants a timeout, and they will take one.
Nice inside move by GAIT. What they had been doing is they've been sliding another defenseman over, so he's never going to, if he beats the man, he's never going to be one-on-one with the goalie. There's always another defenseman there. Watch. There's Opie. Now Opie's on him. Now he's going to make an inside move. There's a hit. There's another hit, but now he's got the body position. But now Rush slides over. But watch, he goes back inside again. He double rolls, and then he puts it down, and there's the slash, caught him on the head.
5 minutes to play.
And there's the result.
I should say 5 goals in the game, 59 seconds to play.
And did they give a slash or did they just give a hold? There was a slash. Okay, so it will be a minute.
Gary GAIT immediately called timeout. So 59 seconds remaining in the game. And a 1-goal lead by Team USA. It is coming down to all of this. And we hope wherever you're watching, you've enjoyed lacrosse at its finest. International style. Team USA will be heading to Perth, Australia. So will this man representing Canada, Gary GAIT. Fred Opie.
Syracuse player coming off, got his head up.
Former Syracuse player.
Yeah, right.
Fred Opie. Now the face-off.
Man up has been important. 3 of 10 for Syracuse. 4 of 9, check that, and 2 of 7 for Team USA.
On the face-off for Syracuse, will be number 11, Pat Donahue. And for Team USA, 43.
Important face-off right here, and Pietramala has had good success with that big stick.
And the face-off is won by Donahue. Donahue looking for Paul GAIT. He's got him. Watch the race against the clock now. Paul to Gary. Gary coming in, giving it up.
Lots of time.
Miller to Zilberti. He's going to go back to Gary GAIT. He fires. He scores. And within 20 seconds, they have come back from a 2-goal deficit. We could be heading to overtime. But they still have the man advantage.
Yeah. Pietramala's had real good look with that. They weren't quite that fast, but it was a real nice move by Donahue, and he took a real smack there before he got the ball up to Paul.
All right, Donahue is out to take the face-off now. And we're back to action now with the game tied and the ball on the ground. It's taken away by Syracuse. Here's a long pass on the ground right in front. And time is run out. We're going to overtime. Gary GAIT saved the day, and we're going to overtime.
I think that's a 5-minute rest and then 2 4-minute periods.
5-minute rest period, a 5-minute rest period.
So after 3 games in 3 days,
4-minute non-sudden death overtime
in scorching heat conditions, we go to overtime on the heroics by Gary GAIT. My, has he provided lacrosse fans with thrills.
He certainly has. Behind Miller, over to Zilberti. Zilberti gets the ball up to Gary. Now watch. Just turns and fires. Di Tommaso was on him, but he couldn't get stick on stick, and boy, he really uncorked that one.
So we will have the overtime, 4 minutes, 2 4-minute overtime periods, I believe. And then sudden death if we need more. We'll be back right after this.
As you walk by this, we head to
Back with you now in overtime. We have 2 4-minute overtimes that will be played to their conclusion. Each team will have 1 timeout. They must use it or lose it, and they're playing for this beautiful trophy, very unique trophy, presented by the Grand Marnier Foundation, the sponsors of the Lacrosse USA Invitational here in Liverpool, New York at Griffin Field. And there's the hero of the moment, well, the hero of the last 3-4 years, Gary GAIT, a man who, along with his brother Paul, revolutionized lacrosse. This game was 3-1 Syracuse at the end of 1, 7-5 Team USA at the half, 10-10 after 3, and 14-14 after regulation. Gary GAIT just missed.
Well, no matter who wins, it has been a great game.
And everybody got their money's worth.
Yeah, they sure did. Oh.
Ball is played by Boubier. He's got Morrill on his right. Morrill has been a big factor in the second half. Boubier controlling it against Dumpson.
Nice move by Boubier. He did. He beat Dumpson, but he couldn't get a good shot on goal.
Richie Barnes going the second half and the rest of this game, no doubt, for Syracuse. Low shot. Saved. Who saved that? Was it Barnes?
Barnes got it.
He had help in there. Let's see if both teams can get their legs back after that timeout. We've got a flag down and a shot and a save by Barnes. Long game for these men as well, the officials.
Jim O'Hara makes the call, so they'll be man up. I believe that's their 8th man up. There's the slash. Well, one of those. So a man up.
Roddy Marino has it now as Wenham is in the penalty box. 14 is Randy Natoli. He's out at the point. Natoli now. They work it inside. Good job by Barnes. Boubier sends it out to Natoli. They feed the crease, they send it back out, and a score.
They really, you know, they put a guy in the middle like the hub, and they'd get him the ball, and he'd bounce it back out. They did a great job there.
Matt CROWLEY gets the goal. It's 15-14.
There's Boubier. They get it way out. Now watch. Looks one way. There's the guy in the middle. And he bounces it back out again, and then CROWLEY slides all the way over. Good shot. That's Mac Ford who was delivering the ball out, and that man got the goal.
And the face rolls back to Pietro Mala. He's coming in quickly. He hung his stick. He fires. It's wide. Well, that could have been a costly goal.
Well, they knew exactly. Well, at least Pietro Mala felt he knew exactly where that ball was going to go because he took off with that big stick.
Still with the advantage. Now they're even. 15-14 lead. 1:25 to go in the first overtime of 4 minutes. Here is a shot and a pipe job that helped the goalie and helped Syracuse. They're down by 1 as Desko runs it upfield. Desko looking to get it to a midi. Now flashing to the ball.
And he's going to wait till somebody comes out of the box.
Miller's an attackman who's playing up in the midfield area. And he is pushed.
Stevens, Mitchell, I should say.
24 blue, hold, 30 seconds. Timeout now.
Timeout taken by Syracuse.
Watch, you see the movement by number 8, Miller, but he really crowds himself out, and there's a push or a hold, whatever you want to call. All amounts to the same thing, but he really hemmed himself in, and then Mitchell went after him, but unfortunately for Mitchell, he was caught on a hold.
So this one is really being played out as we're in the first of 2 4-minute overtime periods. It'll be followed, if necessary, by sudden death.
57 seconds.
This has been a very defensive game.
It really has. This is not a really high-scoring game for international rules.
Nevertheless, Gary GAIT has scored 6 times, and it was his goal with 40 seconds left that forced the overtime.
Exciting game, and the fans really have enjoyed it. So man up opportunity for Syracuse. Man up opportunity number 10, 11.
And Syracuse has hit on 50% of them.
That's
Rodney
good.
Dumpson.
Real good.
Miller. Zilberti, he likes to thread that needle. What a high catch by GAIT, but he lost the handle. Now Burns gets it back. Burns sending behind. Miller on the near side will not get it. It was a fake by Zilberti. Pushed into the crease.
McGeady got called once before for unsportsmanlike. You better not say anything. He thought it was a legal push. Legal, not illegal, illegal.
Now Miller. 18 seconds remaining. The teams are even. I guess we'll have another face-off to begin the second 4-minute overtime, or will we?
Well, unless there's a man-down opportunity.
Here's Gary GAIT. 7 on the clock.
7 on defense.
GAIT. What's he doing? Out of bounds, and that's the end of the first overtime period.
One more 4-minute non-sudden death overtime period.
So now we will pause momentarily and come back with the second 4-minute overtime. Team USA has a 1-goal lead.
Once again, a reminder that this.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Lacrosse USA Invitational Championship game, which is now in overtime. This is the second 4-minute overtime.
In that overtime,
Team USA has the 1-goal lead.
In that one overtime, USA took 7 shots to Syracuse's 2. 1 save for USA, and MOLSON All-Stars had 4. So a lot of the action precipitated by the USA team as we start face-off.
A defensive midfield on
Jackson
to take this face-off with Scaramazzino on.
Over the line. That'll go White.
Now Gary GAIT will come in the game.
They are getting people on and off here.
Gary gets the ball. Unimpeded there for a few seconds. He gives it back up to Miller. Dumpson's on with him. That's Paul GAIT. 3.5 minutes left.
Watch the pop on the crease, they said.
Here comes the move by Miller from way outside. Miller, good save, Larry Quinn. That was an excellent opportunity by Miller.
Pass from his knees.
The outlet is going to be intercepted by Rodney Dumpson. Rodney, will he start a dodge from midfield? No, he gives it up instead to Paul. Over the top, they took the ball away. Fred Opie.
That's an Opie-ism.
You don't see too many people do that to Paul GAIT. Tim Goldstein now.
Now they getting the bodies on.
They feed it to the slot, and Richie Barnes saves it.
Get up.
McCabe with it now. Up the sideline he goes. Getting ready to bring the Gates back on.
Yeah, they get the big sticks off and the little sticks on.
Here we go. 2.5 minutes to go. If they don't score, this one's over. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage of this championship game. Perhaps you've had a chance to see the quarters and the semifinals as well. Being brought to you by Cook Cablevision of Syracuse. Now they're pulling the goalie upfield, and they get it to Clodston, the defenseman who's going to carry it into the attack zone. What's the strategy here?
Just to clear it, that's a disadvantage. Now they'll hold it, get it behind while they make the change, get back on side, and then Donahue will come over.
They need 1 goal to tie and to force sudden death. Greg Burns fires. Syracuse will keep it. That clock will keep running. Running time, international rules.
Let's see what kind of a matchup they get here. Now we got Mitchell out right on one-on-one. He's going to need some help in back of him.
Here comes Gary GAIT against Mitchell to the right hand. Ball open at the right side of your screen. Mitchell, they double on Gary, take the ball away from him. The goalie Quinn is back to play it. 1.5 minutes to go and a long clear. And it's taken nicely by Team USA at midfield. They dump it to Goldstein. The goal now would make it awfully tough for Syracuse. We've said that before, and Syracuse got 2 goals in the final minute to tie the game and force overtime. Now we're down to the last minute of play in the second overtime period, and the fans are getting a little restless. Team USA is called for holding the ball against their chest.
Yep, that was Miles. Timeout.
Now we have a timeout taken by Syracuse. So it is coming right down to the wire with a 1-goal lead by Team USA. And we'll check this action here in see how that call was made.
That's Miles. That's Donahue on Miles. He goes over with the back of the stick. Now watch what Miles does. He says, oops, I'm losing the ball. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, it was
must have been in the
right in front of the official he held it against.
Couldn't see it at the beginning. Take another look at it.
Arlen Marshall in the huddle with Team USA getting all they want in this game.
See, he brings it up, over. There's the stick. He may have slid his. There it is. Look, he's got his hand up, his thumb up, I think, covering the ball to keep it from coming out. Yep, right up there.
Pretty good trick to try.
A lot of people do it. When I say a lot of people do it, Syracuse said some of the guys from Syracuse University, I should say now, in the Pennsylvania game, that some people were doing that. I guess if you can get away with it, it is a good trick. Right there it was called and changed possession and gives Syracuse Molson All-Stars 53 seconds to tie it up again. Fresh legs haven't seemed to make much difference, really. They've all been running in and out. These guys are going to be exhausted when this is over.
So here we go, perhaps the last gasp by Syracuse. They need one to tie. Rinaldi going backwards. We're down to 40 seconds. Long pass upfield. McCabe has it. He gives it now to Burns. Here he comes down the middle. Greg Burns. Burns giving it up now to Gary GAIT. GAIT with the ball in his stick.
Got Tramal on him.
Got 25 seconds. And now he flips it up in the air to Paul. Paul starts his move with the right hand. Paul loses the handle on the ball. In pursuit of it now with 14 seconds to go. Paul has no stick. Larry Quinn being pushed out of bounds. He keeps it in play and it's out now with 4 seconds to go. They fire it in. No shot. It's no good and time has run out.
That'll do it.
So in overtime, Team USA prevails. Greg Burns had that shot attempt, that last second attempt. And Team USA survives with a 15-14 overtime win over the Syracuse Molson All-Stars. A spectacular exhibition of international lacrosse.
They gave it a great attempt. Watch, Quinn gets the ball. Now Zilberti's going to end up with it for a second. And he's go out. Now he's going to go out. They're going to stop it. Now it's going to go out of bounds. Now Zilberti's going to get it here after they blew the whistle. Okay, now Zilberti gets, now he's looking for Burns, or anybody actually. Quick hard pass. Pietramala comes over, and they're on a collision course, and Burns not able to control it, fanned on it, and they go down to defeat by 1 goal.
So it's been spectacular lacrosse for the last 3 days, and in this championship game, we enjoyed it. We hope you did too, and you'd have to call the second annual Lacrosse USA Invitational a rousing success as Team USA, en route to the World Championships, wins it 15-14. Our producer and director has been Frank Rafka. The coordinating producer, Bob Jubenville. Our remote supervisors, Tony Vidala and Ellen Leiden-Hayes. And now speaking for my partner, Dale Drypulcher, this is Dave Cohen, thanking you for joining us for the Lacrosse USA Invitational brought to you by the Grand Marnier Foundation. This has been a presentation of Cook Cable Vision of Syracuse.